What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another deck profile here on the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the Beauregard Lionett deck that I took to Webcam Wednesday this week. Beauregard, incredibly fun, incredibly explosive character, a character that gives a ton of damage on all of their moves, and can make two attacks just appear out of thin air if they are pressing the advantage. If you like this deck profile and you want to check out more, make sure you go check out the Webcam Wednesday run. That is right here on the channel as well as big shout out to my sponsor, Final Round Games. Make sure you go check out their TCG player if you are looking for any of these cards. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the deck itself. So Beau, 6 hand size, 29 health character, says that she gets to just discard an attack, make a control check, and slam two attacks, bam bam, pow, excuse me, pow pow, out of thin air almost, each 3 mid for 3, and then her bottom enhance says commit a foundation. Your face up attack, so not applied to the ones that she creates, but your face up attack gets 1 damage for each attack in your card pool currently, and it does count the number of attacks, including the face downs if you have them. So a character that is, again, hyper explosive if the pieces kind of fall in together. Her issue is the consistency, which is what we have to fix inside of the deck. We are playing under the water symbol, and the best attack and the reason to play the water symbol at all is just double jumbo fist. 4 mid for 4. If you have one of these inside of your discard pile, you add it into your card pool to make it a 7 mid for 7, and then it gives the other attacks that you have played an extra +1/+1, including the 2 that you create off the top. So I play my double jumbo fist, I add 1 in, and then I slam the 2 fake ones off the top. So this is a 7 mid for 7 followed by 2 5 mid for 5s. This is 1 card, and you're going to make the 2 anyways. This is 17 damage that you kind of just get off of the back of just the double jumbo fists by themselves. Card is incredible. Card is the reason why I am hard-pressed to play this not on the water symbol. The next attack that I want to talk about is really interesting, and it is just Shunki. A little innocuous attack from the Tekken 8 starter decks. This attack is really cool as it is a 3 diff, 3 mid for 3, so very similar to what Beauregard produces by herself, and it wears the double jumbo fist really well. But most importantly, if let's pretend that we have 2 face down, we have an attack and then 2 face downs, being able to play the Shunki on a 3, 4, 5, 6 is very good, especially as it wears Beauregard's stats very well. This is an extra 4 damage that I've played on a 6. This is a 7 damage 6 difficulty move. And so the play here is truly that this is just a low difficulty move that has powerful 3, that because even if the face down attacks deal damage, they're still allowed to go to the momentum. So I play my opening attack string, I hit a couple times, especially with the face downs, they go to momentum, and then this 3 difficulty becomes really, really big later on in the game. And we got a couple more things that really tactically work well with Shunki, which we'll get to. Up next, we've got 4 Shoulder Toss. This is a throw inside of Beauregard that has her stats, so being able to play this late and then commit for a bunch of damage makes sense. It's also a very good opener because you are allowed to say response after the attack deals less than printed damage. You get to draw a card and then ready a foundation that has not been ready this turn. So your play normally is I go Shoulder Toss, I use Beauregard, and I grab my 2 face downs. I commit my face down foundation for +3 damage because of 1, 2, 3 in the card pool. If they block it, I will just ready the foundation that I used on Beauregard and then redraw a card. And it's like I got an 8 damage 4 difficulty throw for nothing. And then you still have these ones to contend with. But yeah, I think Shoulder Toss is very cool, is very rad, and I like it a lot. A lot of people leave it off their list because it doesn't actually start with one of Beauregard's keywords that she can pump. You have to Brawler Blitz and give it to it, which can be tough to find on the Ultra page. Up next, a secondary throw that we have is just Aura Slam. Aura Slam says if it's blocked, build the top card of your deck into your card. Build the top card of your deck into your stage face down committed. Because of the fact that we are playing a bunch of bonus extra attacks, our progressive difficulty for building after we attack is a little difficult. And so Aura Slam is a big move. It gets that same 8 damage that we get off of the Shoulder Toss, but if it's interacted with, we get that little extra build involved. Up next, we've got double Attack Titans Haymaker. This card becomes a an extra foundation. So the kind of same idea with Aura Slam of as I'm attacking, I'm still rebuilding foundations. But most importantly, once it is flipped over to Errant's Determination, when I play my attack and then I've got the 2 face downs, Bo is allowed to pump the Attack Titan's Haymaker, the face-up cards, but she's not allowed to pump the face downs. Errant's Determination is. So I can just mill 1, and this is no longer for 4 damage, or sorry, for 3 damage. It is 4, possibly 5, which is the reason that we want to play Determination. But at the same time, we don't need a ton of them, and so I think a 2 of is just totally fine. From here, my next one is a Big Fist Bash. Enhance, discard 2 cards, add a mid attack from my card pool to my hand. So all of the cards that we've seen so far have all been mids. It works really well with the double Jumbo Fist. But more importantly, the cards that I have face down as attacks with Beauregard are mids. So if I have, I don't know, an Attack Titan's Haymaker that I have ripped off the top and I want to pick it up, I play the Big Fist Bash, I discard the 2 cards, I will pick up the Haymaker and then play it super late in my chain, depending on how many foundations I have. Combining that with the Breaker 3 of I want to block with Big Fist Bash into your turn so I can get back to swinging on mine, I think it's a good inclusion. Easily could have a 4th in the sideboard if you're feeling it. From here, the last attack that we're playing in the deck is just 3 Acid Screen. This card hits really, really hard, and it's very cheap to play. So I play my my attack. I then use Beauregard to take the top 2 cards and put them into my card pool. I've now played Acid Screen on a 5. These cards ignore. Here's my 6. And so this is a 6 difficulty, essentially 7 damage move that redraws me a card because I have a face down in my card pool. I think Acid Screen is really, really potent at ending strings, as well as it has randomly Deflect 4 in my character that has no defense on face, accidentally doing some some hard math and being like, actually, I'll just add this into my card pool. I don't need to block with it. Deflect 4. So not only do they have to worry about Breaker 3 and Deflect 4 when doing their math, this card accidentally can kill them at the end of a string as well. And that is the attack lineup. We're going to be referencing these attacks a little bit later with our foundation base, because we still, even though Beauregard is putting out a ton of stats with her Enhanced Commit and making 2 attacks out of nowhere, we still need a little bit of help foundation wise, but we'll get there. Onto the actions, we've got double Referee Jury. Only action inside of our deck. It's like a mini version of Acid Screen. Of I will put this into my card pool, make it 4 damage, and then commit a thing, and then I will I can Referee Jury something down to 4, and then Acid Screen it down to 0 if I want to. If I'm determined to not take damage. A lot of cool from hand defensive tricks that the water symbol has. Our 2 assets are just Titan Stone Knuckles. These are, first off, we are a brawler, so I'm allowed to use the Brawler Enhanced Commit. I can deflect from my card pool. So not only do I have Deflect 3 here, but Deflect 4 from the Acid Screen as well. So again, your offensive math as my opponent is really hard to crack through on my aggro character. Not to mention all the blocking, whatever that I can do. But more importantly, very similarly to the Errant's Determination, I cannot, when I'm playing an attack card, I cannot commit a foundation for the face downs that Beauregard makes. But I can commit foundations to give them plus 2 damage and stun 1. And so my 3 damage moves now become 5 damage moves if I have the foundations to commit. If I was going to commit with Bow, I can commit with Titan Stone now instead. Up next on the foundations, aggro foundations first, we've got triple Peerless Footwork, another way for us to damage pump basically all of our attacks, including the face downs that we have on Beauregard. And so being able to play and use this, as well as it's one of the best speed hate cards in the game. A repeatable -1 speed if my opponent is playing value attacks. If it's a 4 diff or less, just gets -1. Card's super, super good. Up next, we're playing double Defy Fate. Enhance Destroy. Your punch attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage. A ton of these attacks are all punches. As we look, punch here, punch here, punch here, and punch here. Not to mention the cards that Beauregard makes off the top, the 2 face downs, are also punches. And so it's an easy way for us to scale up a bunch of repeatable damage. Up next, we've got all in this together. One of my favorite foundations inside of this deck, 1/4. It says flip. This deck gets +1 speed for each attack in your card pool. It's basically the other half of the stats that Beauregard wants to give. So if I have an attack string, like one of the best attack strings that I can do is something like this, which we'll reference later. With the Shunky, I can flip this for +5 speed. So now it's an 8 for 3, and then commit commit the face down for another 8 damage. So here is a 3 difficulty with +5/+5 attached to it, all off the back of the singular all in this together. Very, very cool. I'm going to keep these aside. Very cool maneuver. Up next, we've got Second Wielder. This is the reason that we decided to pick the Shunky. We'll put these back out. And so, okay, so we're here. We've got the double jumbo fist. It's a 7 for 7 because I added the double jumbo fist. This is a 5 for 5 because of the 2 double jumbo fists. 5 for 5. And then we play this on a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It checks, right? From there, we take and we commit the Second Wielder to flip one of the double jumbo fists in our card pool. Since this has already gotten the +1/+1, we commit the other Second Wielder for another +1/+1, and then we spend these for the powerful that is on top of it. So this is a 5 for 5. It got an extra 6 speed because of the Second Wielders, and then we destroy these for the added bonus. Now that I've got these face down in my card pool, hey, now these guys get to come in and are also on 6s for an extra 7 damage off the top. If we get to hit the wombo combo with Second Wielder and Shunky together, it's really, really strong. But like, this is the main reason that I wanted to try the deck, is because I wanted to be able to flip these once they were used, and Shunky plus this this is just a 3 difficulty 6 for 6, which feels just really potent if you can get it off. Up next, probably the best foundation inside of this deck. It's just capture the target. Whenever we take and we play Beauregard's ability and we play an attack, stuff the 2, they count as attack cards. So if these are committed at all, you just have, it sees 3 attacks and you get to ready them back up. Really helpful whenever you've got Beauregard who has to check a 6 and discard that attack to add these in. I check my 5, commit my capture the target. Oh, I will now ready back up with capture in order to make the play happen. It's good. From here, a couple one-ofs. We got one Refreshing Slice, kind of gave a different version of capture the target. Playable wall committed. After I will spend a momentum, I will re-ready it, you'll commit one, and then then I can use Beauregard to commit it again, and then I can spend another momentum on the next attack and then do it again. And so it is just repeatable, very good, especially because I can get the momentum off the face down attacks that I generate. We're playing double Expression of Friendship. This tactically works well with this Shooki play of I play the 2 double jumbo fist, I create the 2 face downs, and then when I go to play the Shooki, it's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I check a 5 and then respond Expression of Friendship for 6, 7. And so I actually commit no resources to play this card super late as long as I have one of these on the board because I have a face down in my card pool. Another reason that I really want to play the water symbol on this deck is like everything is trying to end on this combo. This is what I want, which is just like a 2-card combo and a 3rd attack card that exists. From there, we've got 4 Tusktooth Crew. This is a character that has to have attack cards. You have to have the correct cards. We are a combo deck. I need to see the correct ones. So discard 1, redraw 1 is really, really important. It's got the other response, which is almost never played, of after it is blocked, you get to flip it and re-ready a different one. But the important thing is continual cycle draw. I will discard, I will redraw, I will discard, I will redraw. To the point where you could put in things like Feral Shriek and Wish Hard inside of this list. Maybe not under the water symbol. That's an idea to do, but this card feels really important for trying to sculpt your hands. From there, we're playing double Heroic Passion. Very similar to what Tusktooth Crew's got going on. After it's stunned or committed to play an ability such as Beauregard, I will commit it, give my damage, and draw a bonus card. Truthfully, I would probably cut this down to a 1-of. It wasn't incredible during Webcam Wednesday, but it was fine enough to keep. In the same idea as Analytical Combatant response after it's committed during this attack, I need to use Beauregard. I can look at the top card of my deck and see, do I want to draw it using the things like Tusk Truth Crew? Do I want to utilize Beauregard? Is there a 5 on top? Is there a 3 on top to make this check happen? Just a little bit of extra knowledge can go a long way. From there, 1 Broken Psyche is pretty much my only real defense inside of the deck of like big reset-esque cards. Spend momentum, make its damage 2, outside of the things like the hand traps, the juries, or the acid screens. From here, we've got 4 Tough Skin, just probably the best 0 diff that the water symbol has got going on for specifically high blocks. It's flip for -1 damage. Can go a long way whenever we got the minus damage tricks of the Broken Psyche and the hand traps. From here, we've got 4 Fast Friendship. I felt like 4 was needed if we were ever going to be able to utilize the ability of Breaker 3 on Big Fist Bash. I thought we had to have this, but we are not really fighting the face down war, so there's a lot of times where I would like flip 2 of these and only give -4 speed, which did not feel incredible. And so like again, blocking is really hard in this character, but you have to have some way to do it, or else you will just die. And the last card of the deck is just for Syndicate target. The reason we decided to max out on these is Beauregard does ask you to check a 6 in order to use their ability, discard an attack card, check a 6, and it felt really good just randomly rolling this off the top. Not to mention it's a 0/6/0 low block. The stats are just like too important, and we have to build out big so we can play as many moves as possible. And that's it. That is the Beauregard list. I'm gonna put the combo on top. This list was an absolute blast to play. I do not think this list is very competitive at all, but I think that has more to do with the character not able to do all of the extra hard work needed in order to find those W's. But when you do pop off, it does feel really cool. It does feel really awesome. It does feel really flavorful to get those 2 extra licks in. So with that said, again, big shout outs to Final Round Game Shop for sponsoring the video. Big shout outs to Rochester for hosting Webcam Wednesdays. If you guys are interested in playing Webcam Wednesdays, go on the UGN app, search up Webcam Wednesday, followed by the date, and you'll be able to jump in. With that, again, thank you all for watching the video, and as always, I wish you well.